Well, hello guys, welcome back to the shop. It's been a very long time since I've done a proper video, right? I've kind of got hooked on the shorts thing. I know, it's lazy, they're easy, they're entertaining, but truth of it is I've just been so busy, I've had so much going on, and also it's the content. You know, we done the question series, went through a series of questions that were a little bit silly, things I couldn't really approach, I wouldn't want to. With the product side of things, there's only so much you can really cover. So it's trying to do some different content, but recently I was asked a question which was multiple questions within one. And the minute I got this, I thought, yeah, I like the idea of doing this video. And this is something I've learned with my videos as well. When I do something that's pushed or forced, it kind of oozes out of me in the videos. Whereas when I do something that I'm enjoying more, I relax, I get more involved into it, better content for you, and it's more enjoyable for me as well, especially as I have to take time away from work and everything else to do this, right? So the question I was asked was 5 things that I hate about my job. So for those of you that are new to following the channel, my name is Jason. I own beard brand Beard Manners based within the UK, making all different types of beard care, oils, balms, butters, waxes, the lot. This is my only source of income. This isn't a side hustle. I don't do something else on the side. I don't pimp myself out. It is just making good beard care, providing good beard care and good advice as well. So that is my job. Also, I think I know where this has come from. I've seen a YouTuber who's recently done something like this and I really enjoyed this as well, which is another reason that when I got asked this question, I'd already seen a video of 5 things I hate about my job as a YouTuber, and I enjoyed watching his. So, you know, I thought, yeah, it all seems relevant. It's going to sound like a cliche. I've got to be honest. I love my job for multiple reasons. It's, you know, it's given me a lot of time back with my family. I've been a business owner for a long time. Got a lot of stuff wrong in my last business. Was a workaholic, not an earnaholic. This job, you know, money's not amazing, but we can get by. We can do well. But what I do get is time with my wife and kids, which I haven't had that for a long time in my life. So I get a better reward of work and life balance now than I've had in a very long time, and that is very important to me. Also, my business was built on a promise. That's a deeper story. You know, it's very important to me, this brand and what we do. So there's not much I really hate about it. Hate's a very strong word to be using for this as well. But what I've managed to construct over the last sort of like 12 hours or so is a list of things that irk me, let's say. They're not game changer. You know, they're always going to be there. It doesn't make me not want to do it, but it's the closest I could get to things that I really don't like about my business. So I'm going to start in reverse order with this as well, because you want to save the juiciest things till last. And as I say, I written these down. You guys know I don't pre-rehearse my videos. I don't do all of that stuff. What you see is exactly what you get with me, right? So airs and graces, misspellings, everything else and all. So the first one I've gone for is public reviewers. Now, it's not as broad as that. I don't have an issue with anyone that does reviews, but something I do have a bit of an issue with is I think some viewers, a small minority of them, a lot of them in for their own gain, opposed to trying to help the consumer. I think a lot of them have good relationships and rapport with brands that they're slightly biased to at times. And also, I think sometimes it's just purely negative reviews. Some of the reviewers out there are absolutely amazing. They make livings out of this stuff. They give really good advice, good tips. A lot of us learn from, even myself who does this as a living. So it's not all of them at all, but it's one of those things in life where you don't have to be vetted at all. You can just literally pick up a camera, start recording, telling people what's good and what's not without knowing much about it yourself, giving people bad advice. One of the reasons I started Beard Manners is, you know, I felt when I was buying beard care, a lot of the advice I was coming across, a lot of things I was reading just weren't adding up and weren't seeming good, and I wanted to share my experiences with people. There's no rights or wrongs in this, but yeah, the public reviewer side of things, that's something that irks me a little bit, especially when you get someone who, you could look at a review and I can sit here and say, I know he's not tried my product, I know he's not tried those 4 products within the UK, I know he's not tried those products in Scotland, but then he's sitting here saying that best 5 products this year, best 5 beard oils of the year, or best winter scent beard butters, when they just haven't tried everything. So that's the side of things I don't really like. So a bit of an easy juice, not a juicy one to start with, and again, it's more of a pet peeve, it's certainly not a hate. So what have I got for number 4? This is a weird one. I think most bearded guys actually go through this. I don't know if some of the other beard brand owners can also attest to this, that I feel maybe we get it a bit more. It's people wanting to touch your beard. It is absolutely ridiculous. The amount of people that come into the shop, It's never really the male customers, so ladies, keep your hands to yourself, okay? We're not pieces of meat, we've got feelings too. Our beards are up here, okay? But no, seriously, I don't mind sometimes. If it's people I know and stuff, it's a bit different. But yeah, it's random strangers, you know, you don't know where they've been, where their hands have been, what they've touched, just wanting to touch your beard. Again, it's not a hate, I do understand it. You want to see my products working, but we do have sample bars in here where you can try the stuff out for yourself. But it's a bit intrusive of personal space, I would say. So that's number 4 for me, is people wanting to touch your beard. I just find it a bit of an odd one. I've never wanted to touch someone else's beard or anything really, other than my wife's, of course, not her beard, but you get where I'm going. Number 3. Number 3, this is probably, although it's not top of my list, this is one thing that generally does irk on me quite a lot. It's a constant drain of time for me, and it's an annoyance because I have no control over it whatsoever. It's the reliance on mail shipping. We obviously are mainly an e-commerce company. We have the walk-in shop, you can come in and buy things, you can order online for collection, but for the most part, we're sort of 90-95% reliant on shipping. I always aim to ship my stuff same working day or next working day, other than the Mondays, because we close on a Sunday and a Monday. So if you order on a Saturday evening, a Sunday or a Monday, it will get shipped on the Tuesday. But other than that, I know we're quite quick. We're one of the quicker ones in the UK. Yeah, I'm not even trying to keep up with Amazon. That ain't going to happen at this moment in time. They're a whole different animal when it comes to shipping. God knows how they do it. But, you know, I know we're quite fast, but it's relying on them, because no matter how quick we do things, it's out of our hands, right? If customers, on my website, you can pick your shipping method. If you really want to keep an eye on it, it's always best to pick and pay the slightly higher cost of tracked shipping, because then we send you a tracking link, you can keep an eye on it yourself, okay? If you don't pick tracked, I literally cannot check it. If you come up to me and say, I've ordered this 2 weeks ago, I want to know where it is, I ordered it from you, where is it? If you haven't ordered tracking, if I phone up Royal Mail and say, yeah, look, I'm Jason, I own Beard Manners, this is the products from us, customer can't find their stuff, where is it? They're going to turn around and say, unless it's 30 working days late, there's nothing we can do. So that's a hard one for me, because we don't have any control over it. The biggest question I get non-stop with this is, hey mate, made this order, hasn't arrived yet, you know when it's coming. Made an order on the Thursday, it's now Tuesday, it's not here yet. And then, you know, I don't just leave this. I try and look at my orders, I try and make sure I know when they were picked up, when they were shipped, to give customers something. But the absolute truth of it is completely out of our hands. Once it's with them, they've got control over it. Yes, of course, we use Royal Mail, there's lots of other providers, but in my experience, they all have things they're good at and not so good at. I find Royal Mail tend to, as a rule, being the best when they're not on strikes. So yeah, that's a big pet peeve for me, that one. I like to be a bit of a control freak with work. I like to know where things are at. It's really difficult relying on someone that's got your stuff that's going to someone else, and you can't do anything about where it is when it gets there or anything else. But rest assured, when you order with us, I do always get it shipped out to you as quick as I possibly can. So it should always be quite quick. And also with Royal Mail and everyone else, they're allowed to make mistakes. You know, let's not be too harsh on them. We all make mistakes, and we all get things wrong at work. They're not going to get it right all the time, but by all means chase me. But yeah, that's a big pet peeve of mine. So number 2, actually, yeah, this one irks me quite a lot as well. So again, I'm not a hateful kind of guy. Anyone who's followed me for more than 5 minutes knows I'm a positive dude, and I'm very big on outlook of life and how you choose to view things and stuff like that, right? But people pushing personal boundaries. Now, I know that my wife will get this 100% because she sees it more than anyone else. It's something I don't address too much. I don't know if this is something that lots of bearded guys get, if it's just the brand owners or people that do stuff within the community. Obviously, I have a reasonable amount of followers, so it makes you a larger target, right? But it's the people pushing the boundaries. It's men, women, animals, don't care what it is. The sex doesn't matter, nothing else matters. But it's people that think it's okay to just like come on to you, to make rude, lewd, sexual comments on posts, in inboxes. I've done videos on this stuff before. I'm thick-skinned, I can own it. I'm completely cool with my sexuality. That stuff doesn't bother me whatsoever. The reason it bothers me so much is you really haven't got to look hard with me, because I'm such an open book as a brand owner. I know some aren't, I know some are. But with me, it really isn't hard to look. So much as zoom in on one of my tattoos, they're all of my kids. There's a tattoo of my wife on here. There's a tattoo of my wedding venue on here. I've got a tattooed wedding ring. You know, I allow people to follow my personal profile. I don't have that blocked. It's very easy to see it. I'm married and I've got children. So, you know, again, the sexuality of the people that are doing it, that means nothing to me. But yeah, respect the boundaries a little bit, guys. You know, I've got a life as well, and these things do, believe it or not, cause problems in life and with relationships. It's not nice for me to have to deal with. It's not nice for my wife to see. It's not nice for my kids to see. Even just today, I've just shared a picture of my beard when I first started growing it. First couple of comments on there, a little bit rude, a little bit personal, a little bit sexual. As a rule, I'll just delete them and block them, but just respect the boundaries a little bit, everyone, okay? I am human, I've got my own life. So that's one that does get to me a little bit. Now the first one, I experienced this really early on with beard manners. And the sad thing about this is that I've had people block me over this. I've had people who have unfriended me over this. I've had people that don't reach out to us over this. Some still do when it suits. So top of my list of things that I hate, I dislike about my business, are the people that always want something for free. So what I mean by that, we do get some customers, it's very, very rare. I've got to be honest, customers is one of my favourite things about this. The customers with this compared to any other business I've had or any other job I've had, you guys are so chilled out. When things aren't there on time, you're really chilled, you're never pushy and feisty. You always just appreciate a quick answer and stuff like that. I've got to be honest there, that is one of my favourite things. There's not much stress with this because the customers are so chilled and cool and laid back and they just get it, right? But it's the clubs and the groups on the media pages, some of the events, not most of the big ones, some of the smaller ones, the individuals that are trying to do things for themselves, that think it's okay to come up to us, especially a brand like myself, who's very new within the UK, and for the age of beard manners, we're out there. This is my only source of income for me personally, right? So you know, I don't have any other money coming from anywhere else. But the people that think it's okay to say, like they're doing a giveaway, can you give us some of your products? And they're always polite with how they ask, but I just find that a bit of a hard one to swallow. They're not free. I have to pay for everything that comes in here. I don't turn around to my container company or my bottle supplying company and say, hey guys, listen, you know, fancy just giving me stuff for free? Oils, stickers, all that stuff. Want to give it to me for free so I can make some money? It's not how it works, and it's something that frustrates me because offer us something. Tell me I look good, call me pretty, call me cute names, you know, flirt with me, do something. Just be a pal outside of wanting something free. Build a friendship, build a rapport. Then it's a bit different. These things do sometimes benefit us as brands as well, it's got to be said. Sometimes companies reach out, and I've had this myself, that offer to supply our stuff in a giveaway to help get us noticed and to get us out there and to help grow us as a marketing strategy. But then when you get to certain sizes and you've got people with like 150 followers and things like that, if you give me something for free, I'll review it and I'll tell everyone, I don't want that kind of a review. I don't want you to review my products, I've given it to you. I'd rather you buy it and enjoy it, same as how I review things. I have done reviews and I will do more reviews, but they'll always be honest about things that I've paid for or sampled. If they've been given to me, I'll explain it. I'll never ask for anything for free. As a rule, I'd rather buy it and then give you my opinions of it from there. But yeah, so it's almost the people that are trying to ride the coattails a little bit, I suppose. That's something that always has got to me. I think because I've owned other businesses and I've been doing this for a while, I think that's why I'm a bit like that. I understand that, you know, the young family in the shop across the road from myself that have just started out their business, I watched them sanding down the front of the shop, painting it, putting the elbow grease in there, the blood, sweat and tears. You can see the worry on their faces. Have they done the right thing? All the risks they're taking, the gambles with life, friendships, relationships, family, finances, everything, right? So I can see that. But to sometimes know that on a day when things have been a bit quiet, business has died down a little bit, things need to be improved, I'm feeling the strains, I'm feeling worried, I'm feeling anxious, I'm not sure I'm doing the right thing, and then suddenly someone's like, hey mate, can you send us like one of all your scents for free and we'll do it as a giveaway at something blah 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 blah. And you know, but again, sometimes it helps, sometimes it does help. In certain areas it certainly is innate. So I'm not saying to everyone you don't have to do it ever again, but yeah, it is something that irks me a little bit because it isn't free for us. You know, for us to give it to you for free for yourselves, it's cost us money. We've had to buy that stuff and give it out. So maybe think about something it could offer more. Again, I'm like this. If I've been offered something for free, I've done reviews on head trimmers before, which I was offered for free, and I mentioned that in the video that I've done a review on. I didn't approach them. If someone wants to offer something free, I think it's a little bit different. But to ask, particularly when it's a small and a new business as well, you know, businesses need support. We need help. We need an arm around the shoulder sometimes, and a pat on the back, and a slap on the bum, and you know, everything else to say that we're doing well and to help us out. So that's another one of my pet peeves. So yeah, that is the 5 things that I would say are the biggest dislikes. I can't recall them hates because there's nothing there I hate. There's absolutely nothing there when it happens, it like boils my piss and I want to shut down the business and walk away from it. And I think the balance doesn't sway with me. For the most part, it's the positives. I might do another video actually after this about things that I love about this, but there is so much I love about it. But I just thought this was a good question. I saw another YouTuber do it and I liked it because it's something I hadn't really thought about. As you can see with this, I've had to write it down. And even then, as you've been watching in this video, I've had to read through. One, because I write like a 2-year-old and can't read my own handwriting. But secondly, because I didn't memorise them because it's not something that's in my head all the time. But yeah, it's a really good question. I do want to do more of the question things. So guys, like I say, if you think of anything, keep it PC. I don't mind having a bit of fun. I don't mind a bit of laughing, a bit of banter, but a bit respectful. Anything you can think of. Content ideas, I haven't done a video like this for a long time. It's mainly been short. So if you have got ideas of things you want to see from myself, from Beard Manners, ping it across and let me know. As always guys, if you've liked this video, please give it a like, a thumbs up, a subscribe, leave a comment. It all helps. It all makes it worthwhile going forward. And it helps to see if it's working and if it's something that you want to see continue on. Other than that guys, I've enjoyed this one. I've enjoyed the last few. I want to do more. Ping the ideas. Let's go from there. From now, time to have a coffee. Stay safe, stay bearded, and I'll hopefully catch you soon at the next video.